Chapter 1. The journal opens. The church smelled of mildew and dust, every corner cloaked in shadows. The boarded windows let in only slivers of moonlight. The teenagers clustered near the altar, unsure whether to laugh at the old man or bolt out the door. Pastor Elijah placed the journal on the pulpit, its cracked leather glowing in the flashlight beam. He looked at the kids and gave a faint smile. "Y'all thought you were just sneaking into some abandoned church. But the Lord has a way of guiding steps, even when you don't know it." The tallest boy folded his arms. His name was Marcus, 16, broad-shouldered from playing ball at the park but always carrying a chip on his shoulder. "Man, this is crazy. You're saying some dusty book gonna matter to us?" His tone was skeptical, but his eyes betrayed curiosity. Beside him stood Deshaun, wiry and quick, the kind of kid who talked his way out of fights and into trouble. He gave Marcus a playful shove. "Relax, man. Maybe it's treasure or something. Old people always hide treasure in church floors, right?" He grinned, but his voice wavered when the wind whistled through a broken window. A girl stepped closer to the journal, her hand hovering just above it. Jasmine, 15, with braids tucked under a hoodie, carried her Bible everywhere, even to school, even when classmates teased her for it. "This isn't treasure," she whispered. "It's scripture. Or something close. I can feel it." Her little brother, David, only 10, tugged at her sleeve. Wide-eyed, innocent, his faith was simpler than hers. "Sis, is it like the stories Grandma tells? About angels and demons?" Before Jasmine could answer, the last of the group moved from the shadows. Luis, quiet and withdrawn, leaned against a pew. He had only joined them tonight because he had nowhere else to be. He wore a jacket too thin for the weather, and his eyes looked older than his 14 years. "If it's demons," he muttered, "then maybe it explains what's been happening out there." He gestured toward the boarded windows, toward the sirens echoing in the night. Pastor Elijah opened the journal carefully. His voice trembled as he read aloud. "The youth will rise, chosen not by birth or power, but by faith. Against them the shadows will rally, spirits of fear, violence, and despair. Only the word, the shield of faith, and the prayers of the righteous will stand." The room grew still. Even Marcus, who had scoffed a moment before, stared at the page. Deshaun broke the silence. "So, what, we supposed to be some Bible superheroes now? Like, fighting demons in alleys?" He laughed nervously, but the sound fell flat. Elijah's eyes gleamed. "Not superheroes. Servants. Warriors of Christ. You don't choose this calling, it's already been spoken. The real question is, will you answer?" The kids shifted uneasily. Jasmine's eyes shone with quiet conviction, while David whispered, "I'll do it." Marcus shook his head but didn't move to leave. Luis looked down, as though weighing a burden too heavy to share. And Deshaun? He smirked, but his hands fidgeted. Outside, the wind howled. For a moment, it almost sounded like a voice, low, growling, waiting. The first thread of the prophecy had been pulled. The battle was no longer history. It had begun again, right here, in the heart of Chicago.